Clix reacts to the truth about MrSavage. Should I react to Clix reacting to the truth about MrSavage? What is this tweet, bro? I never tweeted that.
Yo, it's your boys, welcome to the React video. Today we are...
It's 30 minutes long.
If y'all don't know MrSavage is literally the European GOAT in streaming and competitive. So with that being said, let's just get into it.
New young players appear out of nowhere. Bobas! Bobas! But just as fast as they show up, they can also fall off and disappear.
I look back on what I've done and feel good about it, you know?
There are very few players in
Bro,
the
what?
vast
What does myth have to do with me, bro?
esports that manage to make long-term successful
okay, you're making an example.
Today,
That's messed up, bro.
The story of one of the smartest, highest-earning, and longest-standing.
How many earnings do I have?
Mr.
Nothing,
Savage.
bro. You ass.
Martin Foss Anderson.
Hey, don't need my full
On the
name, bro. They didn't
12th
even
of
spell it right.
He grew up in Oslo, Norway, alongside of his brother.
I live in Oslo in Norway.
Oh no,
I
not
really
these
love
caps,
the fact that I
man.
grew
They're
up
so
here.
cringe.
In the winter, I like cross-country skiing and.
Bro, look at me,
slalom,
look
but
at me walking around with my f***ing chicken legs with an NRG.
I think my favorite activity outside is playing football with my brother.
Alright, bro, don't have to be so serious.
That clip,
Calm down.
Martin and his brother were very active and also very competitive.
My brother and I have always been competitive. Play a game of chess, playing ping pong, and it's always fun.
Eventually, however, this competition moved
Yo,
away
how is it,
from
bro?
just
How is it
sport
Clix react to, bro? He hasn't said a word in the past 1.5 minutes.
and developed into video games.
He's literally just watching it.
MrSavage is the GOAT. I can't even lie.
2017, a new game came out that would change MrSavage's life forever.
Bro,
Let's now talk Fortnite,
So
shall
you were
we?
watching
It's
the video.
newest video game craze spreading across fast among kids, college kids, even celebrities.
The Fortnite craze took the entire world by storm.
They did.
And MrSavage was no different. Savage's brother
True.
was
I took the
actually
entire
one of
world
the
by storm,
first
chat.
people to pick up the game and was also the one that introduced him to it.
Damn.
Has a big role when it comes to my Fortnite career. He introduced me to the game, so without him, I
why did I look like
would
that,
never
bro?
have started playing the game. At the beginning, we played a lot of games. I was better than
They
him,
okay do look alike.
and then he just exploded
A little bit.
and took over.
Martin had to pick a gamer tag to use in game, and after some fine tuning, he eventually landed on MrSavage.
MrSavage.
12, and then my name was Savage Boy. And then I was like, what the f? And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be like Mr. Beast and do MrSavage.
And he ended up
That's funny.
absolutely falling in love with
That's
the
funny.
game.
That's actually funny.
I actually used to watch Mr. Beast when he had like 2 million subs, bro.
School when it came out, so I had a lot of time to play. I just kept grinding it, man.
Damn.
And started streaming, everything went well.
Since
He's so
MrSavage
hot.
was
He is so hot, shit.
He
Yeah,
didn't have
Clix is pretty hot as well, bro.
about homework or the typical school schedule like a lot of the other pro players we've talked about. Instead, Savage just got to focus all of his time on playing the game. And because he enjoyed it so much, he wanted to share that passion with others, and he started uploading gameplay to his YouTube channel. MrSavage launched his YouTube.
Look
on
at these thumbnails, boys. Wow. What a thumbnail. Chat, I think this is my first YouTube video with Mongrel. This is Mongrel, this is me. This is me winning a scrim with either BloodX or Motu. I don't know.
to his YouTube channel.
Scrim win with Motor Cuter, man.
MrSavage launched his YouTube on April 23rd of 2015, and he would upload his first video just a few years later on March 22nd of 2018. His first video is titled Fortnite 286 meter jumping
What a
no scope
title!
with hunting rifle, and the video shows exactly that.
No scope.
Shortly after
That is crazy.
uploading his first YouTube video,
I remember everybody used to hit crazy style last time.
wanted to live stream, so he booted up his stream for the first time.
13
on May
viewers?
11th of 2000.
Bro, I'm reacting, bro. I'm not watching Clix react to it, bro, because Clix is reacting, but he's not even reacting, bro. Chat, I'm making my own reacting to the truth about MrSavage, bro.
After 6 months of streaming and posting videos, Savage would slowly work his way up to 50,000 subscribers on December 9th of 2018. And because Savage had been playing the game so much, or maybe because he was just naturally gifted, he started to notice that he was really good at the game.
I
But
was
there
really good at
only
the
one
game,
problem.
but there was a problem. I don't know what these guys are gonna say is the problem, but the problem was my aim was low-key kind of cheeks, bro. but it's fine because I had crazy mechanics and that made everybody think I was the best player because I looked fast.
At this early time of Fortnite, they didn't really have any sort of esports league for Fortnite. And when they did start out with some small tournaments limited to
age
creators
limit
and pro players, there was no opportunity for Savage to compete because at the time he was only 14 years old. And the age to compete in early Fortnite, for those of you that don't know, was 16 years old. And this meant that Savage
thought it was
wouldn't be
18.
able to compete in
Maybe it was
any
16.
official Fortnite tournaments.
Yeah, so I've been playing Fortnite since like the first month of it being released. And at the start, I couldn't play any of the very early events of Fortnite because of the age.
Chat, I literally qualified to Winter Real when I was 14 and I got second place, bro. And I couldn't even play the finals. That was actually kind of annoying.
The age limit was like,
I was so good back then,
16
like compared to
or
other
18.
players, low key.
I mean, I was like, please lower the age limit, please.
Luckily for Savage, early on in
I was playing the game
2019,
all
the
day,
age
bro.
limit was lowered to 13, meaning that he was finally able to compete and sign with an esports team. Because even though he wasn't officially competing, all of the orgs had their eyes on this new up-and-coming pro named Savage. And the team that wanted him the most and who got him was NRG.
This announcement video.
Oh, my headshot.
Savage's signing to NRG.
Chat, in this announcement video, you know, they were comparing me to like young goats, like other talented like sports athletes and like actors and like that. And the comments on that tweet was so much hate because, you know, I was a 14-year-old Fortnite player. So all the comments were hating, bro, because they compared me to literally like Michael Jackson, bro.
A 14-year-old joining a major gaming org is pretty normal.
Why they blur out Benji Fishy, bro?
Back then, esports had been dominated by players that were in their early to late 20s. Games like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike had been around for so long that most of their player base was in that age range. So when somebody signed for a team under 18, it was notable. But 14 years old was absolutely insane, especially back then. And shortly after joining NRG, MrSavage would team up with another young Fortnite prodigy named
Benji Fishy!
This dynamic duo teamed up for their first ever official Fortnite event on February 15th of
And we won it,
2019, and it was the Share the Love Cup. And although
Wait,
there
I don't think
weren't
we
any
did.
official cash prizes for this event, soon enough they would get the opportunity to win millions.
Oh
Fortnite
my god.
World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup starts on April 13th, when all eligible Fortnite players from around the world will be able to compete in the weekly online opens. Each online open has a prize pool of $1 million. That's 10 weeks and $10 million up for grabs. And it's all online. In each region, the top performing players from the online opens will earn a
Alright,
spot
bro,
in
don't
the
have to explain
Fortnite
the whole
World
format,
Cup
bro.
Finals in New York City to compete for their share of a $30 million prize.
Because of their incredibly strong placements in the EU region, MrSavage and Benji were strong contenders going into the World Cup qualifiers. And especially after being signed to a team like NRG, the expectations and pressure were at an all-time high. And
Yep,
because
true.
of this duo's extraordinary skill and all of the tournaments that they were playing live, MrSavage ended up getting a lot more traffic to his YouTube and Twitch accounts. And more specifically, he would hit 300,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel.
That'll be
And
300K.
Savage was getting tens of thousands of viewers on every stream. And that's insane considering he's 14 years old, and just a year
That is
earlier,
actually pretty nuts, bro.
he
I
was
fell off.
streaming to 7 or 8 viewers consistently. That just
Okay,
goes
maybe
to
not.
show you that if you do something long enough and you put your heart into it, you can 100% succeed. Anyways, right before the World Cup
Bro's not reacting. I had to order some food, bro. I can't lie.
held a World Cup warm-up event so everyone
yep.
could get used to the new point system. And just as everybody expected, Savage and Benji absolutely dominated.
Number one.
One guy left.
What is this face cam, keyboard cam, mouse cam?
Think tip's empty.
Watch out for your mats. You might have cap mats. Who knows?
Yeah. Go now. On me.
Nice. Back to back, and we got 15 kills this one, dude.
Bro, look at this goofy ass.
Go.
This crazy duo placed first in Europe, winning the boys $2,500 each. And they would not stop there, because the World Cup qualifiers would start on April 13th, and they continued their domination on the EU circuit. The first week of qualifiers that Savage competed in was actually the week 2 of qualifiers, the first week of duos. And then, once again, they would place first in all of Europe, being the
Won the World Cup warm-up, won the World Cup week 2.
World Cup. And this time, they both won $5,000 each.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're chilling, bro. We're chilling. Let's go.
This win got the duo a ticket straight to New York City for the big LAN event. But just because they were already going to the World Cup didn't mean they were going to skip out on the rest of the qualifiers. And plus, Savage still needed to qualify for the solo event. In week 3, Savage got 19th place, which was awesome, but not good enough to qualify for the World Cup solo.
Wait, I got 19th in week 3? Bro, I thought I did way worse.
So in the next week of solos, which was week 5 of qualifiers,
I'm pretty sure I did way worse.
Out. He ended up placing 4th and winning $2,500 and a
Yeah.
solo World Cup qualifying spot.
Ada lives this game. They've got to go up the
Side of a mountain. It's shadow bomb time. Look at the blocks yourself. He's getting blocked and out. Liz decided to take some storm damage.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
What a play! Are you
The shadow bomb use I've ever seen. MrSavage M rising to the top of the mountain.
Like his plain will when this freak of nature.
What a commentary by Courage, bro. Chat, the shadow bomb clip is still massive. I keep seeing it every day.
$700 before the World Cup even started, just by playing in all the qualifiers. So now all he had left to do was go to the big tournament, and he flew all the way from Norway down to the United States.
Massive.
To win. They were definitely fan favorites. Unfortunately, the games wouldn't exactly work out in Savage's favor. During the duos competition, him and Benji placed 14th, which was only 4 placements away from the next tier of earnings. And although this was a huge disappointment to both Savage and Benji, they still did really well.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Happened, man. I just got a party invite from 009 Mongrel. What
considering their age, and they had to prepare for solos the next day. So with everything on the line,
yeah, chat. Benji got head just like 2 games. It was unlucky.
And placed 29th out of 100 players. And just to be clear,
yeah, 9 spots off. GG.
Bad, but they just weren't as good as Savage wanted to do based on how much they were dominating EU during the qualifiers. But Fortnite World Cup was just the start of Savage's career, because on the final day of the World Cup, Fortnite would announce FNCS, also known as the Fortnite Championship Series.
Oh my days, bro.
Season would now have a series of qualifier tournaments to get into the
This was a rough season, chat.
At the end of the season.
This was a rough season.
A ton of players were now looking for
low
new
key, bro.
This whose playstyles worked well with the
after World Cup was low key a rough year, you know.
Savage. And while he and Benji were still on good terms and evidently still close friends, they decided not to play together during the FNCS Season X. Instead, Savage would team up with a new trio, Rojo and Item, where they finished.
They decided, bro. I got dropped, bro. What do you mean they decided, bro? This is not oh, we talked, yeah, it's better I go with them, you go with them. Bro, I got dropped. I'm gonna be honest. They did amazing though, so I respect it. Oh fuck.
Yo, it's your boys, Bob.
Oh my god, bro.
Savage actually wouldn't compete in the Chapter 2 Season 1 FNCS, but he did travel all the way back to the United States and
didn't compete. Yeah, I actually just CBA'd competing in Chapter 2 Season 1. It's not like I didn't qualify or anything. I just didn't want to compete.
California to compete in DreamHack. For those of you not familiar with esports events, DreamHack is known for being a BYOC, or Bring Your Own Computer LAN event. They're highly regarded events in various esports like CSGO, Overwatch, Street Fighter, Rocket League, and more. This was one of the earliest events, however, that had a Fortnite DreamHack. It was hosted on February 23rd of 2020 and had some of the best players from around the world. People like Savage's ex-duo Benji Fishy, and other seasoned American pros like Kanata and Epic Whale were all in attendance.
Well, I traveled to LA, you know, mainly for the Anaheim DreamHack tournament. So it's a solo tournament. A lot of good players are playing. So going to LA, it's nice getting to meet people that do the same thing as me.
The LAN itself had a multi-day qualifier.
Shut up, kid.
Of the best would make it to the final day of competition.
With DreamHack Anaheim, the format was like the first day. I think 200 people out of the 1,200 participating would qualify for the semifinals. And day 2, there were semis, which would be top 100 out of the 400 people that qualified. And then the last day would be finals.
MrSavage had really high hopes, trying to place in the top 5 and make up for the fact that he didn't do as well as he wanted in the World Cup.
I mean, going to NA and, you know, competing against a lot of NA players, it'll be good. I feel like they have a different playstyle, which would, you know, suit mine really well. Well, my main goal is placing top 5. What would be super nice is
I just wanted to get my respect back, bro. I was grinding so hard at this time.
You know, that's good. I met my goals, but you know, I wanna place first.
He ended up doing insanely well during the qualifiers, placing first out of all 1,200 people that were at the event.
After placing first in the first day of qualifiers, it was definitely a big confidence boost because at the start there was 1,200 players.
Mongrel not go to DreamHack Anaheim, bro. He only went to one Anaheim. That was low key the one I didn't go to at the first DreamHack. My fist is bigger than Lil Bro's head, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Place in the qualifiers was impressive. It didn't guarantee that he would do well in the finals.
Look at this.
But
Bam.
like always, Savage was going to do his
doing?
best and hopefully
I'm gonna build
dominate
above
the
him.
competition.
I'm gonna go up here.
Somehow,
I'm gonna build
Savage
ahead.
did even
I'm gonna build
better
ahead. Zero
during the
mats.
final
Bam.
day
I'm gonna
of
go
the
back.
LAN
I'm
than
gonna
he
drop
did
down
in
on this kid because he's getting
qualifying.
cracked. Bam.
And even ran into
I got
some
mats now,
friendly
but I'm gonna
faces
shoot this
along
guy.
the way.
In the first game of DreamHack Anaheim finals, me and Benji, we actually bumped into each other in Lazy Lake. I think I sniped him twice.
Oh yeah, I low-key griefed Benji first game on accident, bro.
This game, it wasn't on purpose. I knew it was Benji, but it wasn't like.
Bro, honestly, I kind of hope that you like. I needed a kill after that.
Oh, I miss Benji Fishy, bro.
In tilted? Yeah. What do you mean in tilted? In lazy? Oh, in lazy.
I shot him last game though.
Did it. He finally redeemed himself and got first place.
When I was like top 5 in the last game, I raised my hands off my keyboard and I was like, I think I just won this.
It's Savage versus Benji Fishy, ex-Morg teammates, 100 Thieves versus NRG on low ground. Well, how you want this? And Savage says no as he blocks him out.
That's so good, bro. He literally flipped around through Benji as I killed him.
Shot misses. It's another chance. He goes for the dive. No mats. Here we go. Odinite dodges the shot. Savage still up top. The 4th shot hits. Mr. Savage is champion of DreamHack Anaheim in a single game, too. After all day, what did we just watch? We watched.
Yo, this is low-key making me emotional, bro. I remember this was the best feeling, bro. No joke, bro. Chat, it might seem kind of goofy, like, bro, this little kid is winning a Fortnite tournament, whatever. Bro, this is the story leading up to this point, okay? I completely dominate World Cup qualifiers, okay? I do the World Cup. I get dropped by Benji and Mongrel in trios. I don't qualify to squad FNCS. This is the lowest I've been in my Fortnite in career, you know? I gotta lock in. I gotta just become the best solo player, and then people are gonna respect me again. I'm gonna be able to get better teammates. That.
It's time to crown ourselves the DreamHack featuring Fortnite champions here for DreamHack Anaheim 2020. After 8 games of grueling competition, he acquired 400 points. Recently signed none other than 100 Thieves, MrSavage.
Wait, let's go, G.
Yeah, so like lifting a trophy like that is definitely been like a big dream for me. Being able to stand on top of the podium and just raise your hand and just scream out of pure joy. Yeah, it was definitely a good moment.
And while this win was an incredible moment for everyone involved, it was also a little bit bittersweet, because little did we know at the time, this would be the last ever Fortnite LAN event before the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown.
COVID-19 lockdown, bro.
Didn't really affect gamers like me very much. It's not like I really leave my house and touch grass anyway. However, unfortunately, these LAN events do require you to venture out into the real world and enter huge esports arenas, but with all public gatherings being banned, we wouldn't get to see any worldwide competitions. So with going out...
Downfall?
One returned to FNCS, including MrSavage. And during Chapter 2, Season 2, he would duo with iDrop and play 12 in the grand finals.
That is not iDrop, bro. That is not what iDrop looks like. Bro, this is iDrop. This is not iDrop.
And placed 12th in the grand finals. It was around this time, after another poor grands placement, that MrSavage decided to go back to Old Faithful and start playing with the GOAT Benji Fishy once again. Their first return as a duo was during the Contenders Cash Cup on May 14th of 2020, and they'd continue to play on and off for FNCS depending on the season. In early 2020, Fortnite decided to hold its first solo invitational FNCS, and on May 24th, MrSavage would place 15th, earning himself $3,000. This was followed up by the infamous solo FNCS season, which was Chapter 2, Season 3, and unfortunately, Savage did even worse, placing 57th in EU. Going into the next season, however, Epic would switch things up and head back to trios. And with this, his placements would drastically improve, as he got 8th place in the Chapter 2, Season 4 Grands with Benji Fishy and Letchi. And then the next season, he would get 8th place
while being conned, by the way.
This time with...
While being conned with a team, a French team, that was taking the key card to the vault, running into the ocean, and then they were dropping it in the ocean, and basically just griefing their whole grands.
He would get 8th place once again, this time with iDrop and Tayson. But this was just the start in Chapter 2 for Savage, because in Chapter 2, Season 6, the EU Grand Finals would be held on May 30th of 2021, and they would be one of the best finales we would ever see in Fortnite. Everyone brought their A-game to EU this year, and after the first day of Grand Finals, MrSavage was on top of the leaderboard with his trio, Andretta and Refsguard, but only winning by one single point.
Speaking of a top 10, we got to take a look at EU's current standings, right? Which trios ended in top 10 coming into day number 2. Refsguard, Andretta, MrSavage. But right behind them, Hen, Janice, Chapix, your trios champion from last season. These two trios trading places all day yesterday, boys. And now they're looking to make this an all-out brawl.
Savage and his team knew they had to go above and beyond during day 2 to be able to comfortably win this season. But unfortunately, the rest of the European region had their own plans that day. After a cutthroat day 2, MrSavage, along with Andretta and Refsguard, just barely missed out on first place, falling behind Queasy's trio by just 17 points.
Victory out in their sights, could win it all right here, right now. Looks like I don't see Savage alive.
Bro, look at that, bro. Bro, I was telling Refsguard, yo, come front. And he's like, bro, I'm dying. And then I'm like, okay, let me help you out, bro. I have 400 mats, boom, chilling, medkit. I can play medkit. And then I go to try and help him.
Right here, right now.
And then this is not my f***ing wall, bro.
Looks like I don't see Savage alive either. It could be a matter of just moments and mere points right there, but it seems as though Queasy, Truex, and Jerky have done enough to wrap up the FNCS.
And while second place is incredible, I can only imagine that Savage felt a little bit disappointing, considering they were in first place going into day 2, and he was still looking for his first ever tournament win.
We were first place going into day 2, but there was
$1,000 each that his trio took home.
5 teams pretty much on the same points as us.
Anyway, the trio would decide to stick together again for one more season, but after placing 11th in Chapter 2, Season 7, they swapped out Refsguard for MrSavage's old duo once again, Benji Fishy.
I mean, we were con those seasons, though.
They did even worse, placing 23rd in Chapter 2 Season 8, but they did decide to stick together for the 2021 Grand Royale and managed to improve a little bit, placing 15th. Following this world...
I think we were con then as well.
Trios, Epic Games decided to announce that they were returning to duos, and this was a huge and welcomed change. Plus, it meant that MrSavage didn't have to worry who to team up with, because everybody knew he was going to go back and duo with his good buddy, Benji Fishy. The Total Throwback duo played together for Chapter 3's Season 1 and Season 2, and unfortunately, they didn't do too hot. They would place 36th in Season 1 and 45th in Season 2.
Chat, I had a girl at that time, so what do you expect, bro?
But at least they were consistently qualifying for grands. Unfortunately, they had bigger aspirations, and that meant that the duo were officially broken up. They no longer played together, and Chapter 3 Season 2 would be the last time we'd ever see Benji and Savage play together competitively. However, it wasn't because of the reasons people normally have for breaking up with a duo. It wasn't because of low placements or they had some weird drama fallout. It was actually because Benji decided he wanted to switch video games entirely.
I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible, but I am officially quitting competitive Fortnite to pursue Barrett.
Come back,
Recently,
bro.
I fell out of love with Fortnite. I used to be able to play Fortnite like 8-10 hours a day, but even last season, I was only playing during the tournaments just because I really couldn't force myself to get on the game. The reason I always wanted to be a pro gamer was because I always wanted to have a job that I enjoyed. So for me right now, it seems pointless carrying on something that I don't enjoy.
Yep, good decision.
And with Benji Fishy gone, that means Savage would have to make a new friend.
He's way happier in his life right now.
And for the upcoming FNCS, he landed on a new duo named Hen.
Well, I'm playing with Hen, so my expectations for this FNCS are... They're pretty big.
Chat, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hen, great player overall, bro, but this motherfucker would not listen to me.
I wanna get on top again.
Yo, wait, pause. You wanna get on top again?
Even though like the first 2 cash games that we played, it hasn't gone too well. I think we can improve and get ready for FNCS, and we'll do good.
The duo would only play together for Chapter 3 Season 3, placing 26th in the Grand Finals and winning $3,000 each. He then teamed up with his old trio member iDrop.
This is not iDrop!
Which was the first LAN event back since the World Cup. It was held live and in person at the Raleigh Convention Center in North Carolina on November 12th and 13th of 2022. But this event would have a $1 million prize pool. People were hyped for this tournament, and the convention center was filled. Fans everywhere were hyped for in-person events, and a lot of these new younger players would be playing their first ever LAN competition.
What place did I get here, bro?
At this point, Savage was one of the...
This is the worst organized tournament I've ever played. One game, we're in last moving, okay, chat? We're in last moving of World Cup. iDrop's headset literally bugs the... Oh, my food's here. Give me a second. Chat, iDrop headset bugs the out, okay, and there's like a loud ass beeping noise, so loud that through his soundproof headset it goes through his microphone into my headset, so I hear the noise as well, and he takes off his headset because his ears are literally hurting. And then the tournament administrator comes over to him. Keep in mind, this is last moving zone. Says, you need to put on your headset, you can hear the commentators. If you can hear the commentators, that's cheating. We're in last moving, bro, and his ears are hurting, so the guy forces him to take on his headset while his ears are pretty much bleeding at this point. That's not even half of it, by the way.
On January 11th of 2023, Fortnite would announce later that year that they would be hosting an FNCS Global Championship 2023 in Copenhagen, Denmark. The announcement also confirmed that duos would remain the game mode going into 2023. And MrSavage's 2023 was rather uneventful. In fact, he didn't even qualify for the Global
Uneventful? What do you mean?
1, Major 2, or Major 3, which meant that the last chance major, which was held on August 20th of 2023, would be Savage's one and only chance to qualify for the LAN event at the end of that year. Savage would duo with very popular player named Vidil. However, they weren't the only players competing for this spot at the LAN event. Other notable players like his old duo Hen, Moneymaker, and Japko had all been left out during previous majors, meaning that the competition was was at an all-time high to try and get that spot. Luckily for Savage and Vidil, however, they destroyed all this competition and finished first place in EU, getting them their ticket to Copenhagen for the finals.
And let's take a look at the standings. We're all here on eggshells right now, and here's who's made it to the big dance, topping off the leaderboard, Vidil and MrSavage, and we've seen some serious movement here.
This, of course, leads us to the FNCS Global Championship 2023. It would be held from October 13th to 15th, and it was the first ever FNCS held outside of North America. So Savage wouldn't have to travel too far, as he just hopped over a couple of countries. Savage and Vidil went into the first day of competition on day 2 of the tournament, which was the lower bracket. The only thing this duo had to do was make it into the top 25 out of 50 teams to make it to the final day of competition. And in fact, they did a lot more than that.
Play the clip,
as they
play
would
the
get
clip.
first place on day 2 of the championship.
What's that Spanish
However,
song, chat? That was
going
trending with me and Vidil.
They unfortunately got knocked out consistently in early game and ended up finishing in 36th place. So once again, Savage was disappointed, and because of this, Vidil and Savage decided to split up following the LAN. In his search for a new duo, Savage would end up playing with a ton of the best players in EU. You see, although Savage was getting older, he is an IGL, or an in-game leader, which means that he was not known for his youthful mechanics and fighting skills, but more his brain and smarts in the game. And that means some of the best fighters in the world wanted to play with him. He tried out duos Pink, Queasy, and eventually landed on the one and only Mongrel. The two of them duoed together for the Although they qualified for Major 1, they placed only 39th. And then they didn't even qualify for Major 2. And because this duo was desperate to qualify for LAN, they made a very drastic decision and decided to travel across the world to North America to play the 3rd major finals in NA instead of EU. However, this plan didn't exactly go how they thought it would, because although they thought the competition would be easier, they would end up placing 28th.
Okay, bro. Give it some context, man. Worst decision. We would have qualified. I swear on my life, if they didn't change the fucking cactus the day before Grands, we would have qualified. On my life, bro.
But just because he didn't qualify for the LANs didn't mean that Savage was gone for good. At the end of Globals, Epic Games announced some huge changes coming into Chapter 6 of FNCS. With Trios and Siphon making their big returns, it's clear that Savage wants in on the action. He's been playing Cash Cups and streaming a lot as well during the off-season, and making a ton of other content as well. So it's clear that MrSavage isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I, for one, would love to see Savage make a comeback and get that FNCS title that he's been chasing after for so long. Comment down below if you guys think Savage will ever win his first FNCS. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Yo, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this react video, make sure to leave a sub, leave a like, leave a comment what other videos you want me to react to, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace the out.